if you're at a point in your trading where you feel like giving up, or you feel like things aren't working for you, go back to basics. Go right back to basics and continue to study. I heard the humble trader say something the other day. She said something that really resonated with me the other day. And she was talking about how she's ultra successful right now, right? And actually pretty funny. You guys should check out her channel, Humble Trader. There's a lot of fakes that are trying to imitate her, but you'll know when you see it. And she was saying, "Hey everybody, how you doing? It's CeeLo, the traveling trader." And I just wanted to kind of reach out to you guys. It's been a while since I did my last videos, and that's because I have nothing really exciting to talk about. But that's exactly why I'm making this video, and it's a little bit of accountability. So you guys have been on my journey now for about a year and change since I first started documenting my path on becoming a professional trader. And guess what? I'm not one yet. It hasn't happened yet. It's been a lot of work. It's been an emotional roller coaster. Just recently, I've probably blown about 2 accounts, maybe 3. No, I think 2 since the last video that I made. And for those of you that don't know, blowing an account means losing everything that you had in your account. And it's been some really good lessons and necessary lessons. So here's what I've learned in the past year. I've gotten consistently better. I'd been profitable for quite some time, and then I'd lost it, and then I'd been profitable again, and then I'd lost it. So here's what I know. My strategy's on point. Probably running at about a 70%, somewhere between the 60s to 70% win rate. So my problem isn't winning, and my problem isn't, and by the way, I don't even like using the word winning. Let's say my problem isn't accuracy, and it's me. It's you guys. I've talked about how mindset is super important, and I'm someone who prides himself in his mindset, right? I've been in the sales and sales. I'm a sales professional. I'm pretty well motivated. I train others in sales and in mindset. But the trading mindset is so different from the motivational mindset. Pardon if you hear my dog. I'm here spending some time with my dog out here. It's a different kind of mindset. See, what would make you successful typically in your job or in your career, that tenacity of never giving up and continuing to go forward. And if you've got an obstacle, then you go through it, you go under it, you go over it. That applies in some parts of your trading in terms of not giving up and continuing to study and get better. But in other parts, like when you're in the middle of a trade, if you're losing a trade and you got to accept the L, you got to take the L, brother. You're not going through it and over it and under it. You're going to take the L. And if you try and double down, or you try and extend the time, or you try and do things because you are trying to win, that's why I don't like using that word, that may turn into a catastrophic loss. And here's the thing, when you've got a good risk management, and man, I hate that word, but it's the most important thing. So I think 2 of the biggest lessons I've learned recently has been patience and risk management. I've never had patience in anything I've ever done in my life, ever, which means I've always looked for the shortcut, and many times that's worked out in my favor because I've just worked extra hard and outworked people and made it happen. But in trading, it doesn't necessarily work that way. I mean, you'll have some people that'll learn faster than others. You'll have some people that'll learn faster than others, but the bottom line is there's certain things that you're just going to have to wait. And if you try and push things or make things happen, rather than making things happen, what you're doing, you might do that once in a while, and now you're instilling that bad habit. But that one time when it doesn't work becomes catastrophic because you increased your leverage, because you increased the amount of exposure you had, and you've created that false sense of security from the times you've done it in the past, and then it becomes a catastrophic loss where you could blow an account, or 2 or 3 of those, and you blow the account. So I've been, you hear a lot of traders, and you've heard me say this before, when the strategy isn't the problem, learning how to trade isn't the problem. The problem is when you face yourself and your own demons and your own susceptibilities, and that's where it becomes difficult. So, and it's become increasingly difficult now, because now I know I'm good. And I mean that in the most humble of ways, right? Clearly, I'm not good if I've blown accounts. But I mean, I'm good that, technically speaking, I have got a system that works. The one that's not working is me. And what I mean is, I'll have a risk management that I'll come up with. And because I know my faults, I'll tend to create a risk management strategy that kind of helps me along with that. But here's something else I learned recently, and this might be a nugget for some of you traders out there, and especially binary option traders like myself, is, there's how much you're risking per trade, right? Which is a percentage of your account that you're comfortable with. But that's not really your trading capital. In other words, your whole account is not your trading capital. And what I mean is, there's a certain moment when I'm trading that if I am down by a certain percent, from that moment on, all the rules are over. There is no trading rules. There is no risk management. There is that croc brain. There is that croc brain coming into effect, and realizing that we're, within catastrophic territory. And at that point, the mental calculation, if any at all, I don't even think it's mental. I think it's emotional completely. And I think it's the croc brain already having taken control of your body and your mind. And so the takeaway is, don't get to that point. But, and that number seems to be close to about 30%, which is a huge number to begin with, right? But if you're down 30%, but now down 30% doesn't have to happen in one trade. It can, God forbid, but it could happen, in a series of days that haven't gone your way or whatever. But the point is, for me, right around 30%, if I'm 30% down, all the wins that I've done aren't that impressive anymore. And now my account is negative in my eyes. It may be even less than what I started the account with. There comes a point to where that calculation, if there is one, is basically, at this point, I'd rather lose the account than have to face the fact that I have less than what I started with to begin with. And at that point, it becomes like gambling. It's not trading. So that's what I'm facing with. Like, that's where I'm really having a lot of trouble. Is I want to get past that, and the only way I can get past that is with the two things that I've lacked my whole entire life, and that is discipline and patience. If I would look back throughout my entire life, some of the worst decisions that I've ever made have been running away from anything that required patience or discipline. And the times in my life when I've applied a certain amount of discipline and patience and being able to see things out in the long run, I've always been a short-term gratification kind of guy. And that's has been my personality in the past, right? I mean, look, I like binary options, right? You've got people that put in trades that last weeks and months, and I like trades that happen in minutes. So it all goes back to risk management. It all goes back to having feeling so comfortable with the amount that you're risking on that one trade that if you were to lose that, it's no skin off your back, and it's not interpreted by the croc brain as a catastrophic loss or leading to what could end up becoming a catastrophic loss. So that would be like my number one advice to you guys. And at this point in my life and in my trading, I'm in no point to give advice to anybody, because my account doesn't or is, I guess, the greatest factor, or the greatest what's the word I'm looking for, metric to really where I'm at. Now here's what I can tell you. I'm still super excited. Granted, when those events happen, I am not excited. You know, I stopped trading for a while. I returned to my cave. I don't want to talk to anybody. You know, I question whether I want to become a trader. I question whether I want to go to other types of trading, and I'm still very much interested in regular MT4 Forex trading. I think that there's a lot of potential there for me. But I'm so good at the binary option side that whenever I try to start entering the Forex side, I realize that that's a whole other avenue to pursue, you know, especially when it comes to institutional trading and supply and demand, which is what I am most, you know, ICT type trading, because that's going to require a significant amount of time and effort, which I'm more than willing to put in. But right now, my passion, my love, my time, my dedication is completely with the binary options, and I am completely engulfed in this passion for binary options. And I'll tell you, I've gotten a lot better in this past year. Now my account, my broker account, doesn't show that because I've made some huge risk management mistakes, but the trading, not that much. I mean, I've taken accounts, so it seems like my current resistance in the equity curve is right around $30,000. You know, I've taken accounts up to 30 grand several times this year. I haven't been able to break through that $30,000 resistance before making some type of huge catastrophic bad decision that has then cost me the account completely. So, you know, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep, and I haven't kept any of it. But the mistakes are mostly done on the risk management side, not so much the trade side. Had I kept excellent risk strategy, had I kept to my risk management strategy, my loss would be minimal, and who knows where I would be now, actually, now that I think about it. So anyway, I've tweaked my risk management, which the equity curve is probably going to go up a little slower, but it's going to keep me within that emotional threshold where I'm not going to hit those really, really low lows and go into that croc brain kind of fight or flight mode, where then I make the really bad catastrophic decisions. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to see where that takes me. I'm probably going to vlog a little bit during the process, but I thought that I needed to have a little bit of accountability, not only with myself, but with my subscribers, even though there's only like 100 of you, but that's all right. That's all right. Here's what I want. I want full transparency from myself, and I want to be honest, because if it's about my journey, then it's about my journey. It's not about me coming on here and telling you, oh, I'm doing great, and this is the greatest thing on the planet. No, as I've said before, it's a skill, and it's a skill I'm still learning, and I'm mastering the hardest part, which is myself and my own mindset. And this is going to be like a journal for myself too, to look back and be like, man, I remember those days. So that's where I'm at right now. My dog's about to go crazy because one of the dogs downstairs are going by, and that's like her arch nemesis. So I'm trying to keep her from going nuts. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. All right. So guys, anyway, listen. I've learned a huge lesson, and I'm hoping this is something that could also help you guys that are on your journey as well. Maybe you're around the same as me. You know what's funny too is I've learned from some of the best binary options people on the planet. Literally, I've always given them props. They are literally the best. I tried to reach out to some of them when this was happening because I really wanted some advice, and yet for whatever reason I wasn't able to get a hold of them. You know, there's been other times where I've gotten a hold of them and they've given me advice, and I really think that this is because this is something that I've got to be able to master on my own. Like this is the real deal. This is where the rubber meets the road. And so, you know, discipline and patience. It's been my hardest life lessons, and if I'm going to become a professional trader, come on. If I'm going to become a professional trader, and if I'm going to become good, and if I'm going to become successful, and if I'm going to become profitable, I'm going to have to master, literally, discipline and patience in myself. And those two things have been my demons for years. I'm also working on my weight. I've lost a little weight, working out every day. And so again, you know, discipline and patience. The times that I've lost weight in my life, and it's because I was consistent, because I had a strategy on how to do it, because I stuck to it, and because I had the patience to stick to it. Because many times, if I didn't lose enough weight in a certain amount of time, I gave up. Oh, wait a minute, it sounds familiar, right? So anyway, guys, just wanted to let you guys know where I am and what's been going on. If you're at a point in your trading where you feel like giving up, or you feel like things aren't working for you, you know, go back to basics. Go right back to basics and continue to study. I heard the Humble Trader say something the other day. Humble Trader is this amazing trader. She's in Canada. She said something that really resonated with me the other day. She was talking about how she's ultra successful right now, right? And actually pretty funny. You guys should check out her channel, Humble Trader. There's a lot of fakes that are trying to imitate her, but you'll know when you see it. And she was saying that during that process of her becoming a trader, there were several times where she actually quit. She stopped. But she always got taken right back. And so that really hit with me, because there is nothing, I mean, there are things in this world that I am passionate about. Those that know me personally know that. I am very passionate about music. I am very passionate, especially live music. Because I'm a musician, right? I'm very passionate about travel. I love traveling. Heck, that's why I've got, you know, I'm a professional salesman in the travel business, right? And so there are some things that I'm extremely passionate about. But man, trading's really got a hold of my heart. And even when I have one of these horrible, catastrophic events where, you know, I may not want to see a chart for a week. I say that I don't want to see a chart forever, but a week passes and I'm back on the charts because I absolutely love this. So I know for a fact I'm going to become a successful trader. I know for a fact I am going to be one of the top binary traders around, and maybe Forex as well, but that's already once I've mastered this, and then that'll be just kind of for fun and for longer term investing and stuff. Anyway, the point is, guys, if you feel like giving up, then give it a break. And if you feel that tug in your heart, then you're not done yet, you know? But whether it's trading or whether it's anything else, discipline and patience is everything. Anyway, this is CeeLo, the Traveling Trader. I am coming to you here from Miami, Florida, and I'm out. See you later.